My name is Joseph Gallo, and I'm here today to pitch to you my business idea of opening a barbecue food truck in the city of Oxford. Being a student, I understand the struggles that most students feel when trying to find an affordable and quick place to eat. Most students in the city of Oxford are full time, meaning that they are primarily focusing on school instead of working in the real world. Because of this, most students are on a tight budget, leaving them to eat at one of the provided places on campus or go to a fast food restaurant such as McDonald's or Wendy's. Our mission at Bacon in the Sun is to provide a new and unique experience for students that is affordable and quick. The food truck industry has recently started to explode across the country. There are more and more cases of food trucks popping up in highly populated areas. According to BIS World, in the past 5 years, the food truck industry has experienced growth by a rate of 7.3% and is projected to grow another 3% in the next 4 years. Food trucks are becoming increasingly popular in big cities like New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Not only do these cities have some food trucks, but they also have communities of food trucks all across their cities. Our operation wouldn't be as widespread as some of these other food truck companies because we would be setting up in an area with not as many people. In these big cities, the targeted demographic is the working class and those who need a quick bite to eat on a daily basis. From the circle graph on screen, you can see that a majority of the food truck market is made up of people between the ages of 1 and 44. They make up close to 63% of the global food truck market for 2017. Our business would also be targeting this age demographic, except we would be focusing more on the under 25 age group. This under 25 age group could be categorized as the student population of Oxford, which consists of around 20,000 people and is continuing to grow every year. By targeting this age group, we will never run out of customers unless the university shuts down, making it a reliable resource to our business. There is also a lot of competition on the square for places to eat, such as Square Pizza, Pita Pit, McDonald's, Yokonapa Taco, and the Chevron gas station. But a majority of these places are never really busy. We would like to influence more students to start eating out after their late nights on the square by providing cheap but also quality food. Our truck would also offer completely customizable meals, making every customer experience unique and hopefully draw in more consumers than our competition. For our marketing strategies, I plan to utilize a lot of social media by creating accounts through Twitter and Facebook. Social media has become a highly influential tool in marketing and is typically used by most people in the age demographic we are targeting. From the chart on screen, we can see how much of an influence certain social media companies have on the public. Facebook and Twitter are among the top scoring companies in this influence chart. According to a study done by Statsia, we can see that people rely heavily on social media and word of mouth when looking into a new place to eat. As of now, almost everyone is on one of those three major media sites, making it easier to get our name out there. I would also like to talk with the school and Greek life organizations about potentially providing food for some of their major events. This would provide a potential kickstart to our business because it would start to generate revenue as well as get our name out to the student population. Another tactic I plan to utilize is to have a unique and colorful design on my truck to attract people and to influence them to potentially try our food. I would also like to set up tents in the grove during game days to provide sandwiches for people before they go into the game. We'll hand out free sandwiches as well as brochures to give a little bit more information about ourselves. This could generate a lot of positive talk about our new food truck and hopefully influence more people to try it after the game. Our pricing would be unique compared to other options on the square because of a majority of our food will be customizable, making it cheaper and to ensure you get what you want. For meats, you will be able to choose whether you want chicken, brisket, or pork in whatever size portion up to 1.5 pounds. With this selection, you can choose to either have it on a sandwich, or just as the meat by itself. And then you will get to decide what you want for your sides. A typical meal can range anywhere from $5 to $9, but it can be more depending on if you're ordering for more than one person. I've decided to serve our food this way so that we can allow customers to choose exactly what they want and how they want it while keeping the prices down. When entering the food truck industry, we are presented with the unique opportunity to eventually expand our operation, and that is exactly what we plan to do. In the first year, I understand it will be difficult to see the generation of revenue because of the initial startup costs when opening the business. These initial startup costs can range anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. But after these large initial costs, we will only have to pay a monthly cost of around $8,000. This monthly cost includes things like inventory and permit payments. Over time, we will begin to generate revenue, making it easier to expand to other cities. After the first year, I hope to have opened a storefront in Oxford and even have trucks running in cities like Memphis and Jackson. After 3 years, I would like to have trucks operational at most major SEC schools like LSU, Alabama, the University of Georgia, and even Mississippi State. I would also consider having storefronts in Memphis and Jackson to replace our trucks out there. Finally, in 5 years, I would hope that we have grown to have trucks in every major SEC school, as well as trucks in major cities across the country, like San Francisco and Los Angeles. The initial costs associated with starting my business can range anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. Most of these expenses are associated with acquiring the food truck as well as redesigning the components within the truck. These costs could be considered a one-time only expense unless we were to acquire another truck in the future. There are only a few fixed costs for the company, which include things like paying for permits and commissionary costs. When considering expenses month to month, we have to take into account the variable expenses, which can cost anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. These expenses include things like amount of fuel used per month, labor, repairs, and restocking for food. The funding I'm asking from my investors is around $20,000. The $20,000 will go towards a new design for the food truck, as well as the initial inventory for our first month of operation. For your $20,000, I can offer you a 20% claim in my business, and we estimate that if we continue to grow, that after 3 years, you could see your $20,000 turn into $100,000. I would just like to thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly.